Alrighty guys, what is up? It is Anout from Anout Gaming, and I am here to tell you that we are going to look at some of my very first Magic the Gathering decks. So, please, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So, what did some of my first Magic the Gathering decks look like? Well, let's take a look, shall we? So, roll the intro. Thank you for joining us today on the Analog Gaming channel. Please remember to drop a like, hit subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and if you are interested in any merchandise, or as you young kids call it, merch, please click the link below. It would make me so happy. Now, on with the video. Thank you again. Wow, how fantastic. Now, these are some... I haven't been on here in so long. This was my last deck that I made. I mean, updated 5 days ago. This was not updated 5 days ago. Unless someone's hacked into my account, but it was not updated 5 years ago. I can tell you the last time it was updated was a year ago. There's no way it was updated 5 days ago. No way. It's impossible. Because I haven't been on here in about a year. Well, let's go back all the way back. Now, Rebirth wasn't my first deck. I believe my first deck was a watery, or one of my first decks was a watery defense. Now, my first deck was, here, wait, let me see if I can find the product. Alright, so my first Magic the Gathering deck was, a core set M15 like pack. It came in like one of those white packages, and it just came with a couple booster packs and maybe like, I think it was a structure deck, and it came with I believe the structure deck was the Stormtide Leviathan, and the and it had stuff like that one blue Phoenix or whatever it was, Phoenix Griffin, I don't remember. You could like pay 3 to draw a card and put a +1/+1 counter on it. And those were pretty dope. So, yeah. So, basically what had happened was my aunt was like, hey, yo, I know that you like trading cards, which at the time I only liked Pokemon. I had never heard of Magic, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was something that I knew of, but didn't ever care about because it looked difficult and it looked dumb at the time. But, yeah, so my aunt was like, I know you like trading cards, so she just went to the store and bought whatever, and that M15 deck or whatever it was what she bought for me, and so my deck consisted of everything that was in that thing. So it was probably like 75 to 80 cards or something, and yeah, it was not very good at all, but you know, you get what you get. I believe it was specifically this one. This pack right here. Yeah, no, now that I think about it, yeah, that was my first pack ever. Whoa. That was so long ago. What? Whoa. Yeah, the nostalgia of me opening it up Christmas morning and not knowing what the heck I just opened is is starting to hit me. Wow. Wonder how much they go for right now. $15. Not bad. But, wow. I still have this card. I still have the exact one that I got. I have all of the cards from this. I haven't traded any of them. Wow. That's... Wow. Sorry. Let me just... Get a hold of yourself, Dylan. Anywho, so that was my very first Magic the Gathering experience, I guess, was me opening those cards, and once I got them, I basically just kept them in a binder. not touching them, not doing anything with them, because I had a feeling that one day they may be worth something, but also because I didn't know how to play. So after a while, I noticed that my cousin had similar cards, like similar backed cards, and I was like, wait, he plays Magic? So I kept asking him, because his now wife, but at the time girlfriend, was would babysit us, and I would be like, yo, can you teach me how to play? Can you teach me how to play? I would really love to learn. And every time he just kept shooting me down because he was too busy playing World of Warcraft or whatever it was he was playing at the time. And so one day we were going to school, and I can't remember if it was Vincent, my buddy Vincent, or this kid Ben Madsen that we knew. I don't remember if he's the one that brought his cards, or if Ben was the one that brought his cards, or if Vinny was the one that brought his cards. But one of them brought their cards, or maybe it was Sam Gallegos. I don't remember. It was people. I don't remember who it was exactly. But someone had brought their cards, and I was like, whoa, that's interesting. I have cards just like that. Can you teach me? And then I brought my cards, and then someone else noticed, and eventually in robotics class, it pretty much just turned into an excuse for us to play Magic as much as we could until the teacher got annoyed with us. But after I kept losing, I was like, okay, listen, I need to build a good deck, or a better deck. Can you guys help me? And this is what we came up with. I had maybe gotten a couple more cards. I don't remember. But this is what we came up with. So I always tell people that when they're like, so how did you get into Magic? I always tell them that it was Vincent Jessup, my good buddy, that one, Vinny, who got me into Magic. Because, I mean, technically it was. So thank you, Vinny. I will always remember that. So it was funny, at the time me and Vinny hated each other, but Magic was the only thing that we both enjoyed, so that was the only thing that we could not fight over. I don't remember why we hated each other. Nostalgia, man. It's coming back to me. Here, give me a second to regroup. All right, I am back. I'll calm down. Anyway, so all right, so this is the deck that we built. So we're running 2 Dispel. Dispel says it's a 1 mana instant. It says counter target instant spell. So it's control. It's really nice. Next up, we were running Fog, and this was to keep me alive. I'm going to try to do most of this in one take, so I don't have to keep pausing it and whatnot. Anyway, so Fog says prevent all damage, or all combat damage that would be dealt this turn, so it's an instant, and it was a green, and it's one of my favorite green commons. And then we had Negate. It says counter target non-creature spell, another control spell. Then we had Plummet, destroy target creature with flying. That was useful because my buddies ran flying creatures a lot. Then we have Earthen Arms. It's a sorcery that gives 2+1/+1 counters to any permanent, and you can cast it for its awakening cost. So its original cost is 1 green and 1 of any other color, but the awakening cost is 1 green and 6 of any other color. And if you cast this spell, you can put 4+1/+1 counters on a target land you control, and it becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste, but it's still a land. So that's pretty nice. We ran one of those. Then we ran one experimental growth, or incremental growth. I don't think that's what I ran, but I mean I could. Oh wait, no, I did run this. Mine was from an older set, or was from the 2015 set or whatever. I don't remember. Anyway, it just says it's 5 mana, and it says put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, put 2+1/+1 counters on another target creature, and put 3+1/+1 counters on a third target creature. So that was pretty dope. It was kind of like one of my finishing moves. Then I ran Make a Wish, return 2 cards at random from your graveyard to your hand. The people that I played Magic with back in the day, a couple of them cheated, and so I would use this card and cheat as well to get ahead of them, because you won't lose it, or it's harder to lose if you cheat a cheater. Anyway, Tomb Scour, I still run this card. I run it in my blue-black mill deck. This says target, it's 1 blue, and it's a sorcery. It said target player puts the top 5 cards of his or her library to his or her graveyard. It's pretty nice. Then we're running 2 levitation. You'll see why in a second. Maybe you won't, I don't know. It just gives creatures you control flying, which is dope. Then we're running Oaken Form. That gives enchanted creature +3/+3. So at some point, I don't remember when, it might have been right at the beginning, and I may not have just added this or something, I don't remember. The original deck had enchantments. There were 2 mana enchantments that gave all your creatures +1/+1 if they were flying, so that's where that came in. But this is also good because you want your creatures to fly. Now on to the creatures. We have 3 Deadly Recluse. It's a 2 mana spider. It's a 1/2 with reach and death touch. So, you know, just your average spider. Then it has then we have 2 Festercide Boar. It has trample and morbid. Foresight Board. When Foresight Board enters the battlefield, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it if a creature died this turn. I don't think I ever played it that way because I didn't read all of the card. But yeah, so it's a 3/3, but it can come in as a 5/5. Then we have Gloom Widow. It has reach and it can only block creatures with flying. Oran Reef Invoker. You pay 8 and Oran Reef Invoker gets +5/+5 in trample until the end of turn, which is not very good. I love this card. Pathbreaker Worm. It has Soulbound. I never used Soulbound, so I don't really understand it, but you may pair this creature with another unpaired creature. When either enters the battlefield, they may be paired for as long as you control both of them. As long as Pathfinder Worm is paired with another creature, both creatures have trample. So it's a 6/4 with trample for 6 mana. Quilled Wolf. It was a 2 mana 2/2 that you could give +4/+4 to by paying 6 mana. Sell off Occultist. It's a 2/3 for 3 mana, and it says whenever it or another creature dies, target player mills a card. So they put the top card of their deck into their graveyard. Vastwood Gorger. This was the card for me back in the day because I would just sit there and just throw that thing out, and it would block everything all day, every day. So it was a 5/6 for 6. Then we have Wind Rider Patrol. Has flying. Whenever Wind Rider Patrol deals combat damage to a player, scry 2, and it was a 4/3 for 5. They have 15 forests, 10 lands, 3 unknown shores, and 2 woodland streams. So, you know, not that bad. At one point, this deck evolved, not into the deck that I may back out into, but it evolved to the point where it was mainly just a mono-green elf deck, and I spent all of my mana to try to get Worldspine Worm out there. And Worldspine Worm was awesome. Still is awesome if you can get it out there for cheap, or on an earlier turn, you know? So it's at 15/15 with trample, and when it dies, you put 3/5/5 green worm creature tokens with trample onto the battlefield. And when it's put into the graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it back into your library. And it was 11 mana. So what I did was I changed that original deck to a mono-green elf deck, and I spent the entire game just trying to get this thing out. And once I did, it was game over because they couldn't do anything about it. And I would run it, and I had like anywhere between 2 and 4 of them in the deck. I don't remember; it's been so long. But I would. There was one time where I had all 4 of them on the battlefield, and then there was a board wipe, and then I just had freaking 12 5/5s just sitting on the battlefield. But anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, or you want me to make another one similar to it, please drop a like, hit subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and leave a comment answering the question of which was your first or maybe second, third, whatever, Magic the Gathering deck that you can remember as far back as you can. Or maybe what was your first Magic the Gathering product or whatever. Anyway, Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Anarch from Anarch Gaming, and click the link down below for merch. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!